Hey guys, Zuzunatural here. Welcome back to my channel. Guess what? I'm done with my 14-day water fast. Yes, I am. I'm so excited, and I wanted to come and give you guys just a recap of the 14 days, just in case you are planning on embarking on this journey. You can kind of have like a guide as to how the 14 days went for me. Now, keep in mind, it's different for everyone, but there are some kind of general themes that happen. So a lot of people ask me, why did I do a 14-day water fast? So the reason why I wanted to do a 14-day water fast was for health and wellness. I wanted to give my body a chance to heal and reset. And if you get out of your body's way, stop eating, and your body doesn't have to digest and figure out where to put this and put that, your body can begin to heal itself like it does every night when you're fasting, when you're asleep, but you get to do that on a higher level. So that's the reason why I wanted to partake in a water fast, because I have a couple skin issues that were going on. I have a little psoriasis, like 3 little patches of psoriasis. They are so much smaller now. They are not gone. I was hoping that they would be gone, but they're not. But they're so much smaller. I was having, as far as energy, my energy was fine, but I felt like it could be a little more intense, like I could be a little more vigorous. And so a little more energy and just overall wellness, I want to feel good, I want to look good, the whole gamut. Also, I told you guys about my discipline. If you go back and watch my other videos, I have them in a playlist. So there's day 1, day 2 through 4, and then day 7. So in the first video, when I first came on, I told you I used to have this amazing discipline, and I don't know, somewhere along the line, my discipline is just went when it comes to like my diet, not other things, but when it comes to like eating, like I eat too much sugar, I eat too many carbohydrates, like the pastas and the potatoes. So I just wanted to really give my body a break and then kind of reset and have a taste for healthier things and not so much potatoes, not so many pastas, because I do eat a plant-based diet. I am vegan for the most part. I eat honey, so do what you want with that. But I do eat too much sugar, too much junk, and I eat too much pasta and potatoes. Like, it is what it is. So that was something that I kind of wanted to kind of break that craving. And they say within like the first 3 to 4 days, you can break your sugar addiction. And I really don't have any craving for sugar now, except for like fresh fruit, fresh juicy fruit. So it's working. It worked. I drank water only for 14 days. A lot of people ask me, oh, did you have this? Did you have that? Doesn't even matter what the this and that is. Fill in the blank. I didn't have it. Water only. That is a true water fast. If you eat anything else, if you add lemon, if you add cucumber, if you add anything else to the water, you are not water fasting. I just want you to know that. So don't do it. Don't do that, because it is kind of taking away from the benefits, because now your body has to go ahead and digest whatever it is that you put in it or whatever else you had, and then figure out what to do with it. You want your body to just solely pay attention to healing. That means no digesting and no figuring out what it needs to do with whatever else you're putting in and introducing to your system. So water only. That's all I had for 14 days straight, was water only. No herbal tea, no coffee, no nothing, water. Okay, so water only. The first day I drank about a gallon of water, which was a little too much water for me. So I switched to about 2 to 3 liters of water a day. And just to give you an idea, I'm about 5'4" and I weigh about 145 pounds. I don't know what I weigh now. Everybody's like, how much did you lose? How much did you lose? I never weighed myself. But if I had to guess, I would say probably about approximately a pound a day. So probably about 14, 15 pounds in a 14-day water fast. I think if you are much larger, like people who are obese, they lose much, much more. During the process, it was important for me to remember that my body is healing, right? That is the whole sole purpose of the water fast. Your body is healing, it's doing what it needs to do, and so you want to help it. And so, ways that you can help it are you can do enemas, coffee enemas. That's about the only way you're going to get some coffee. I personally did not do any enemas. Me and enemas, I need to get back into them. Never really enjoyed them, but the benefits are so amazing that I need to get back into them. But I didn't do any of those. But that's what you can do. What I chose to do was massages. So I had reflexology done on me and massage twice, and that helps loosen up some of the toxins so you can help the body flush them out your system. So I also did light massage and reflexology on myself on occasion, but it's not the same as going to get it done from someone else where you can just sit back and relax. Oh my gosh, I was just in heaven both times. I was like, oh man, I used to get massages at least once a month, and I've kind of slowed down, and that's something that I need to do again because it's for you. It's self-care for your body, and it happens to feel amazing. So I did that. I did my massages, my reflexology of the feet as well. Also, I did my baths. So almost every other night. Ideally, I would have done it every night. Sometimes I was just too tired. I was just like knocked out. But I did my salt baths. So I did my Dead Sea salt and Epsom salt combination, and it really, really helped. There was a particular day where I felt like I was going to have a headache. Like, how you just feel the headache coming. And I was like, you know what? Okay, water, have some water. And I got in that salt bath. And when I woke up in the morning, there was no remnants of a headache at all. It never came. It just kind of felt like it was starting. And I know it was coming. I know it. I've detoxed and cleansed numerous occasions. I know the headache was coming. I know it. And it didn't. So if you're having a rough day, treat yourself to a nice Dead Sea salt bath with Epsom salts. And it's just really going to help you further the detoxification, help you eliminate. And then it just feels amazing at the end of the night. It feels great. It's just to sit back in the tub and relax, light some candles, play some sort of solfeggio tones or some chakra tuning music, right? Something, and just chill. Day 2 through 5 was by far the roughest for me. So keep in mind that that's probably going to be the roughest for most people when it comes to cleansing. That, the first day your body doesn't really know what's going on yet, so you still feel kind of good. But day 2, 3, 4, I was actually okay, and I thought I was going to be smooth sailing, and then 5 was probably my worst day as far as feeling. I just felt awful. And a lot of times how I felt had to do with how hot it was. And so if I would have just stayed inside and chilled, but I couldn't do it. Ideally, I should have, because that's what you should be doing. You should be giving your body a relaxation and rest, and really you should be doing nothing. But we have lives, and we do have some things to do. So I tried to keep it to a minimum, but I had things to do, and out in that heat was no joke. And so those were the roughest times for me. Day 10 through 14 was a little rough. This past weekend was the International African Arts Festival in Brooklyn. I vended there. It was crazy hot 2 of those days. I felt like they were going to have to scrape me up off the grass, like I was going to faint. I was just so hot. And even though I wasn't exerting a lot of energy throughout the day, just like maybe setting up, it was so hot and draining, and it was just like, oh my gosh. But I made day 10 through 14 harder than it had to be because I was doing a festival. If I was to go back and do this over, I would not have been water fasting during a festival, missed out on all that delicious food, all the vegan desserts, but it's all good. It was for my body. It's for my body. My body feels good. It's thanking me for it. And I live in New York. I can get all that stuff anytime, anyway. Right? But so day 2 through 5 is the roughest. So if you're doing like a 3-day water fast or a 5-day water fast, you might have all rough days. You might just want to continue so you can get to the good side. Because by the time I got to day 14, which was Sunday, I was just feeling so wonderful and so blissful, and the weather was perfect. It was like 82 degrees. It was just like the most amazing day ever. The weather was beautiful. The festival was beautiful. I felt wonderful. My energy was much higher. So if you're doing 14 days, that's kind of like what goes on throughout the days. And just as far as what's going on in your body, it's day 3 through 4 is when your body starts going through ketosis and switches over from getting the energy from the muscle to the fat, right? So that's good. And then day 10-ish, around day 10-ish, is when you start going into like a deeper level of healing and cleansing. Uh, I I thought about doing 21 days, like as I was going, especially once I got to like day 11 and 12, I was feeling so good. I was like, I might do 21 days. I feel so good. That'll really, really do my body good. But once I got to 14 and I was thinking like tomorrow is over, I was like, nah, son, tomorrow is over. I'm done. We'll try this again if we want to do 21 days. I set out to do 14 days. I did 14 days. We're not adding anything extra right now. Mm-mm. No, no, no. So, like I mentioned before about the weight loss, I know so many people want to do the water fasting for weight loss. I just want to say, I don't think this is your best bet for weight loss. Like people will work out while they're water fasting, and to me, that defeats the whole purpose. Yes, you can work out. If you have the energy, you can work out. But the whole purpose is giving your body a break so it can heal itself. If it has to deal with the stress of a workout, it doesn't have the optimum conditions for healing itself. So you want to take it easy. That's what you want to do. You want to take it easy. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you need to do it. So with the weight loss, like I said before, I didn't weigh in or anything. But here's what I will say. My waist definitely is much smaller. Like my waist through here and my belly. I definitely see the weight loss. And like I said, roughly probably about a pound a day. Now, this is not going to stay off. As soon as you put food and water back in your system, you're going to put some of that weight back on. This is for the healing and the detoxification and to reset the system. And hopefully your metabolism is working correctly. Hopefully your digestion is working correctly. Hopefully you'll be able to do the things that are healthy as far as eating healthy and exercise and get better benefits from it than you did before. Hopefully. That's kind of the idea. So how do I feel now? My 14-day water fast is over. I feel great. I feel so, so good. Now that I can eat, my energy is back because my energy was a little low throughout the fast. I mean, there were days where towards the end where my energy was starting to soar, but not really compared to like when I've done like a raw foods fast and I've had all those nutrients of all those fruits and vegetables, nothing like that. But now I'm starting to get that energy back because I'm in the refeeding process. So this is day 2 of the refeeding. Yesterday was my first day off of the water fast and I just had fruit all day. That's what I had. I went to Whole Foods, got myself some organic pineapples, some organic watermelon, some organic cantaloupe, some organic strawberries, and some organic blueberries. I wanted to get like high water content fruits because ideally you want to get a lot of your water from your food. So you don't have to drink so much water. You get it from your food. So I started off with pineapple because it has the bromine, really good for the digestive system. So I started off with the pineapple and kind of got stuck on it. It was so sweet and delicious. So I just like ate pineapple all day. And I really would just have a couple of bites. A couple hours later, I have a couple of bites. I had some blueberry mango tea that was so delicious. Oh my gosh, it was so delicious with a little agave. Oh, it was so yummy. And then water. That's it. That's all I had yesterday. Today, so far, all I've had was some hibiscus tea, some kakari. I don't know if any of you have had the hibiscus tea Egyptian style. It's kakari. And so I made some last night so I could have it for the next few days. And all I do is I take the hibiscus flowers and I make tea out of that and add some raw unfiltered honey. That's it. When I want to get jazzy, I add a little ginger, and I do have some ginger, organic ginger juice coming from the ginger people tomorrow. So I'll add my ginger to it because it really makes it taste delicious, and then it's also good for you. And if you don't know the health benefits of hibiscus, especially Egyptian hibiscus, oh my gosh, look them up. You can thank me later. And then also I just been having watermelon. I've got my watermelon right here. It tastes so good. It tastes so much better than it did before the cleanse. So my my energy is fabulous. My mood is wonderful. I'm just like singing with the birds. I'm happy, and I'm generally happy-go-lucky. But one interesting thing is my cycle came. My period came while I was on the water fast, and it came extra early. Number one, I was like, what's this? What's this? Why are you here? You're early. But it came, and I didn't even know it was coming. So all of those symptoms that, we generally have as women, some of us have them, more than others. My symptoms have been a lot less since I've become vegan. But the tender breasts and the cramps and all of that, the moodiness, I had none of that. None of that. My period just kind of like snuck up on me. Boom, it was there. And I was like, oh, snap. I was like, where'd you come from? So that was interesting to have that just sneak up on me like that and not even know that it was coming. And then throughout the period, although it was still just as heavy as it usually is, I thought that maybe it would be a little lighter. It wasn't. I did not feel it. Like I never had cramps, and I never had that. Even when you don't have cramps, I never had that feeling that you have, like I got my period. I never had that feeling. So I just want to say that. So that was nice. That was nice, because sometimes, most of the time, that time of the month is just like, ugh, here we go. Like I know that it has to happen, but here we go. But yeah. So I feel really, really, really good. My senses are heightened. So my hearing, like I'm just hearing all the little birds sing. I don't know if you guys ever watched Kung Fu the Legend, where when the blind monk would tell him, "Do you not hear the grasshopper at your foot?" And he's like, "No, old man. How is it that you can see? And you can't see." I'm messing it all up. "How is it that you can't see and you're blind and there's a grasshopper at my foot?" And he's like, "How is it that you can see and you do not know there's a grasshopper at your foot?" Yeah, that was pretty bad. But anyway, I think you get my point. Like I hear the birds and the trees singing their little songs. I smell everything, which is kind of can be to your detriment during the cleanse, because every little food that's cooking comes wafting by. You can smell just all the spices and all the high notes and low notes of just everything, and you're just like, it smells so good. So another thing is, because it's summer and it's hot, you can also smell the funk, how funky people are, which is like, oh gosh. So your senses are just heightened. My sight is better. I have really good vision. I don't wear glasses or contacts or anything like that. I see quite well and quite far. But like I have like a clearer, more clarity, I would say, to my sight when I'm looking. It's like my eyeballs were washed. That's what it's like. It's like I had an eyeball wash. And then of course taste. Like I told you, that watermelon tastes so good. When I first took my sip of my blueberry mango tea, it was just like I could taste the blueberries. I could taste the mango. I could taste the agave. It was just so delicious. And when I had that first bite of pineapple, it was just so sweet. It took me back to my Maui days. I used to live in Maui, Hawaii, and where you have the Maui Gold pineapples. And it was just so sweet, just like that, like a piece of candy, nature's candy. That's the candy I need to be having, and not the other kind. But so that's how I'm feeling at the end of this cleanse, which just makes it so worth it to just feel like your body is running more efficient, like you're going to be more effective. My thoughts are more clear. Like I've been writing out these to-do lists. Like I got to do this, all these ideas that I want to have for my business. I write. And but I'm not a published author yet, but I've been writing and writing. I have 2 different things I'm writing. I have a sci-fi book, and then I have a crystal book, and I've just been like, just writing. So it's just like my creative juices are going, and I feel amazing. So that's my 14-day water fast. That's the whole recap. That's day 1 through 14. That's why I started, where I was at each point, and how I feel now on day 16, 2 days into the refeeding process. I'm going to continue to just do raw fruits today and tomorrow. And then day 4, I'm going to introduce some veggies. I'll have some salads. I'll make some salad dressing and have like a very simple salad. I'm not going to go crazy and go to town. And I may not do like avocado just yet, but it's coming. It's coming. But I'm just trying to keep it simple, like eating one fruit at a time, so the body doesn't get so confused with all the different things that it needs to do for different foods when it digests. So I'm trying to keep the fruits that are in the same family together if I do eat multiple fruits, but so far I haven't. I just had the pineapple yesterday, and then I had blueberries in the evening, and then today I just had the watermelon. Later on I might have some cantaloupe, but it'll be at different settings, and so my body won't be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So that's it. That's my 14-day water fast. I feel great. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer. I'm going to do a tips and tricks for the water fasting video, so look for that. That'll be coming up in a few days. And that's all I got for you. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Zuzunatural. Peace out.